Alcohol poisoning. Be aware of the risks before you drive while intoxicated. You can quickly become severely unwell if your blood alcohol content exceeds the acceptable limit. Alcohol poisoning is what happens when your liver is overburdened by the amount of alcohol in your blood and is unable to filter it quickly enough to keep you safe. Alcohol poisoning can have serious side effects that frequently result in death or brain damage. Alcohol poisoning affects children and teenagers significantly more commonly than it does older adults for two reasons. 1. Taking unnecessary risks. Young people are less risk-averse, more inclined to take reckless actions, and less likely to be conscious of their poor alcohol tolerance. 2. Drinking binge. Binge drinking, which involves consuming an excessive amount of alcohol in one sitting, is a common excessive drinking behavior among young people. Binge drinking is a particularly risky method of alcohol consumption. The phrase refers to periods of irregularly high alcohol intake. For example, a binge drinker might abstain from alcohol during the week and then binge on it on a Friday or Saturday night. In terms of the law, men are considered to be binge drinkers if they have 5 or more alcoholic beverages in a succession, while women are considered to be binge drinkers if they have 4 or more. This drinking typically takes place over a very little period of 2 to 3 hours, leading to extremely high and dangerous BAC levels. What alcohol poisoning looks like. Alcohol poisoning needed prompt medical intervention, otherwise the patient risked passing away. You should be on the lookout for signs of alcohol poisoning when your buddies are drinking. When drinking a lot of alcohol quickly, as would be the case with drinking challenges and shots of hard liquor, this fatal disease can develop and deteriorate rapidly. Alcohol toxicity may manifest as become semi-conscious or unconscious, not awakened by pinching, shaking, or other actions that would typically disturb the sleeping, breathing that is erratic or slowly have a weak or sluggish heartbeat, throw up when not cognizant, have chilly, clammy, light-colored, or blue skin. Remember that a victim of alcohol poisoning may only exhibit 1 or 2 of these signs. Call 911 right away if you think someone may be poisoned by alcohol. Vomiting is a typical side effect of excessive alcohol use. Because your stomach will be cleared of any alcohol that is still awaiting absorption into your blood through your intestines, it may help to prevent additional intoxication. However, vomiting up alcohol does not necessarily signal that a person is safe from alcohol poisoning. They will still have alcohol in their blood, waiting for the liver, which will already be working hard, to metabolize it. Vomiting depletes your body of vital fluids that are needed to dilute the toxin, which can aggravate the effects of this alcohol when it is absorbed. If someone pukes after drinking too much alcohol, make sure they drink water to replenish their lost fluids and prevent them from taking any more alcohol. Their body's time to recover from the consequences of their abnormally high BAC will probably still take many hours. A person who has just vomited shouldn't be allowed to go asleep right away, since they might do it again while they're unconscious. When feeling sick, a sober individual would often wake up, but a drunk person might be too unconscious to wake up and could end up drowning in their own vomit. The management of alcohol poisoning. The first thing you should do if you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning is dial 911 and request an ambulance. Then keep in mind these guidelines for administering first aid for alcohol poisoning. 1. Attempt to rouse the victim if they are already unconscious or to keep them awake. 2. Turn them over onto their side so they won't suffocate on their own vomit. 3. Start CPR if the person is unconscious, has a heart rate below 40 beats per minute, is breathing less than 8 breaths per minute, or both. 4. Avoid attempting to force feed them food or coffee since they can suffocate. 5. Because their body temperature may already be dangerously low, don't put them in a cold shower. 6. Don't try to induce vomiting in them. 911 Lifeline Law. A medical amnesty statute, which shields minor drinkers from prosecution if they report a medical emergency, is present in most states. This rule often covers both drinking and having alcohol in your possession. In certain places, it may also involve having narcotics in your possession. Remember that just the first person to disclose the medical emergency will be shielded from liability in many states. Never be reluctant to dial 911 if you think someone requires emergency medical care.